to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
Here's Porzingis. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Barnes, and that one is stuffed right through.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And it's a Flalo penetrating out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Bogut. Thompson comes in for Curry, and Ian Clark subbed in for Barnes.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it.
And he made sure not to just draw the foul. That was good defense out on the perimeter.
Very good. He's a thinking man's defender. Knows how to bother even the best shooters without being overly aggressive.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
Clark dishes to Iguodala. Azili. That three off the mark. And for the Knicks, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Thompson, and the Warriors tack on two more.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
From the Warriors pull it in. Here's Azili. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top, just...
Thank you, Kevin.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly the first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 23 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think? And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Really an incredible. Incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. We've got Lance Thomas. Calderon is out there with a Flalo. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Porzingis in at the 4. Calderon has the open look. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. Calderon's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Knicks.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Thompson again missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
For the Knicks, lose nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were on, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
To focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The first one falls. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got to chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Calderon kicks to Thomas. New York moving it around. And it's Calderon, that time on the assist by Thomas. Calderon's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And a follow wide open. He shoots. And it's Spates with the rebound. Dishes to Green. Livingston kicks to Green. Makes it off the glass. Green's got 8 points.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Thomas gets a wide open look. Off target from outside.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Here's Livingston. Offensive rebound. Barbosa passes to Livingston. No good.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Spates dishes to Rush. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Barbosa gets the bucket. Barbosa's got his second bucket of the game to go. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
The Roracle, or Oracle Arena, was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Thomas kicks to Aflalo. It's deflected. Rush with the steal. Finished off the break. Barbosa's got
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And more on the Warriors home, which led the league, shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Then for the Knicks, Williams, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony comes in for Thomas. And Roten subbed in for Jose Calderon. Out to the right wing. And it's a Flalo penetrating.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Curry kicks to Thompson. From deep three-point range, no good. Excellent D there from Anthony. And a fast break now for New York. Roten, no good. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. And no good. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Bogut out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Clark in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Flalo, no good. The Warriors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Thompson with the bucket.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Anthony, the pass to Roten. New York moving it around. Outside Anthony, unloads. It's rebounded by Golden State. Ezeli's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Yeah, another turnover. But guys, on the whole, I think they've done a great job of running their offense without too many miscues.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is, GA, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. And that one's good, Anthony.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him...
The whistle blows on the shot and 2 throws for the contact right there. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice, and cold and disappearing stroke all would apply.
Here's Livingston. Now the feed to Azili. They get the rebound. Spates kicks to Clark. No good on the three. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Roten, no good.
And for Roten last season, he even took on more of a scorer's mentality. Went up in points, went down in field goal percentage. But like a boxer, he gets a little extra credit for pushing the action.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity to see a few more of those.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And stolen by Williams. Anthony right side. New York, no good that time either.
And, you know, talking about Roten, I think the next step in his development is to produce at the same level but with greater efficiency. Too often his highlight reel passes led to turnover. He would gamble defensively, too. That's, to me, just a young player growing up on the job. And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities. On the inside.
Knicks have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Afflalo outside. Here's Williams. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Spates dishes to Livingston. Pass to Spates. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
Boy, this defense is getting eaten up on the inside, guys, giving up far too many free runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor with their offense in the paint because that has not been up to par.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Sean Livingston. Inside. And the pass to Barbosa. It's Rush outside. And he gets it to go.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Follow the pass. To Porzingis, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Leandro Barbosa.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so he hits both.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength.